magerogul gimuspe ngolwol bak langar kama merubak Kyotar City al sils ma press conference al sils larsa langar kama merogul li korgau yulingit molmol makatangat mamakrar kamam gila lagi rogul gimuspe di merenga sule merubak utang sangklem utar sarogul li korgau lobang klelang lagem Yesus Kristo. Amen.
Sula Minister Gafar kuturu malungil tutau le gorga Mr. Soley ma Miss Raklay no se il me join regidra al tutau al press conference regidra el along del urior ruera domule di dum telte alle bodo susra ibdul mar Raklay mar bugul belau bilum e bir Raklay mar masil belau susra mar President Paulus mar ugul senators Speaker Anastasio marugul delegates, Chief Justice Ngiraigalau marugul justices, Governor Paloy marugul governors, Leitor Talay marugul Leitor Saraigal albek al 16 states, mal tugobet el susirgid, el mor arbek al adr belau, al ngarablur ngayang al mor hot charigi, madirek al ngaraikre al ablur belau al sils, el mosabaril uk da adadu logi ameli diul. كذا قطروا لي قدمال دي مرينا سولا ديوسر تيال ملومريغا التال سانديغا تقرام لي سوى بغارمود الغيرة لا تقرا يولت مملو ديغا سكول دي one of the good things تيال ملو ديغا سكول غاريا year round calendar من كذا minister لا سي ايجل اوك سيسل سيل سدروت الاكستندر سوبل 2 days الكفر اب ايجل ملو غال سنسيدا من ديغا قديميغا adjustment المورا calendar جيد di degan moita school di klautu telar amle safety ranang gra school magada kadamrenga suler adamrenga sula dios sel uka ayolta amlem sisi ending undim la klol goriol meraba abelwat egida adirgal tial الملومريغ الويكند September 15 en ukle tugubet silsil tia silsil هي arsoldar amrigel giler drablu rablileu tiang amo mong walogay rak rabol merek tial el magmada rablu rablileu egida mlo wado olatka raigel tigel betogol tira dirida klangar tir ta medel trui matal tela el adrablu rashabal أدري غلطت لا ما إلون مالدارت الأدرام بريجل ما بتغل تلا اللي رجل ملتملا بدير كذا مملات كرا أيرين التيرام لار السيل ما أكلانر أدر بيلاو ما أدري غل التلمال المرا بالواد ما أدري غل كلانر التير الملتملا ما عملو ديبوسر تجد ويرون مغامات كذا دريغل إلي إملايا تلا دريغل موت دريغل مو وقاتيا كلولو مول المورنجل دي إملالي مول أدرا أبلور أستراليا دريغل ميلغاق لانغاري إملاي أدرا النيوز قال الرباق أملاي ديميان بير ملمرا اليسر رايل بتقول شاسين الولاي راون يرون مغامات انغان ملاث را بلو را بليليو الملاس ململا اوك شاسين ما الدادو اللي قال سير مغامات را من نقلغاريرا سبتمبر 17 را 1944 عمره لو سين سيل راون يرون مغامات Dilo para hogar ragaram la memo aklol los isak le klolo le katkan merigid kadangara alsela ablu ada ngare aklol uldigol diga tamra sula dios ro sigada ke engara budo eliak el bulu yagre el bulu nding kada kadangara michusin government at the same time kada salba akla من نوتيس الكلوتو ترى طول مول من سيسي التماغ لو مترير ترير الدغوس علي المسابقة أقل لما التير أرض استعمل استعلاد مسألة اللذ اللي يقل البلور على سلتي البلور هذا كذا كير على سين إلي ما يدلي سبب دريق الماني سلدم سين joint committee meeting se dodongli lomongela drongla la ablur amrigel ma ablur belau الlerul timer al satarra من سلاس تملاني رابلور هاوير سيرا أونيم البوي لا تيو ملاني لا لما يتول بوي را أبلور بيلا ويقدر مو تروك موريا أمجيل أمريكا الألميراق دي كده مال دي من رسول لا أتيالوك delegation رابلور أمريكا الجيني لو أسي بودا رلي تيال ميتين كده رابلور رابليليو من أمريكا مال من رسول لا غابرنور رابلور رابليليو ini ya uka melosel host tergit mengigal namur kali ruk klub sega damura ablur ablilio mugduk mestrira adra ablilio klau tutrela al mei trial seli del adra amrigel le sablu le salo asem ngaraigel nia asoril tira matmokla edo asem grad dagla urola mengel aigal blue gida ngaringi الجيرة لا سبق للا بلور أمريكا سبق للا بالواض بروز التام إذا مثلا سي مغرد غينا سي جد مر أدرى يجل بلول الموترو اللي أقنارا يجل بلول مويل تمليت رجال تيمرا أدميرال هوفمان أدميرال هوفمان أول جا أمتير تيال جوينت ريجيون مارياناس الوالون ورا أرتيال أوك سلوك أوسنجل أبلور أمريكا رتيا كل سولدار تيال إيري أرجيد مارمليا غاريار engineers مار environmentalist مار هذا الله دريغ الملاي تريال تيرا دريغ البارتنر لو مجد الأيجنسيز نغار أمولا military كوام national guard سيلبلا ساينغني البس state partnership program تملي لو كويس يجل سيل مستطر لو مجد هذا NCIS دريغ كده مدني سيل شورا تي بي ال NCIS تمو سندرا إيمورا هذا NCIS اللي مرا مو ستيشنر بيلاو دريغ ال OSI سيلوك برانش را investigation را Air Force of course مار هذا Coast Guard كذا ملو أو مثل واسه مغراد لوت السميسية تورا سير كلغرني لا بالواد يجي دام دين سياترا تاب برايورتي ريد دولو متري لا تورا دراكس من دي غادي التورا تريننج كذا سي نامريل دري غنغانيا يمورير ما ادري نارتيالو نسيوري درا سبق كلل تيال بلو ما اوف كورس تو نسيوري درا بيليس مو نسيوري درا ديريغل لو مسيغال بورتر اوف انتري دا بورتر غاملا الما ايربورت واسي مغراد روت مليسي دول غباي قال يا ام كيتل كلالو المسويس برا السلا بلور بلاو ديريغل غانيا أدرى لا بلا المول مسا أي جي دريغ الهلبر أو توتلا على الأود كده عم دنيا الواسع تيال لوريور معروف ان دلويل الجد لو مجيل بلور امريكا الجيل لا تقرا كومباكت او لمورا 1994 يا مال تيل تقوا سيل وال كدم سا لما تيل بلور امريكا لو با اكليسيه درا اكل غرنيل ادري لو اوتنكلل اني دي البلور مسويس برا بلور بلا الجيل لا تقرا قل سولداو من سيل بلولو ليسي إيريل تقوى هذا أمريكا سنغارتيا توسي كمية بارترا هوملاند مثل دمورا كلغرجيل ملوبن سبا كلا بلور بلاو إنغر إلا أمريكا من غارجيد تينغلا بريزيدنت ريغان واسي غدا فاميلي غمرا واسي هوي مدى سي بيبرا تايم مكلوسي بكرينغرا بلور واسي تيال كل سولدار بلور أمريكا إنغرا بلور بلا لا أولي غدا ملامو مرة تارجت Ula kado bayo all ara makamad malo uldigel merabel wat. Digida malo marar sel tokol wasea abay sisi el ngari angwil sel bakl kada bayo klia malo kada prevent rate ele la makamad mle maldiwa mokte karar bulu sa ulat tangari amalas melon ngosong seradal ngari ndigal el mokte kartira ul el buklo dal ngari mang akti sokan mosher seyide mal korse mrenga sular dam rigel ra seluk ngaralir el masaba akharigid mrenga sulir trigger betokol solda el puiger belao maregabir belao el tira amla atonge taklang artir el mo partra soldara abluram rigel andi gadomra se gida de akal soldariyet partra helpra sabak klel tial el freedom rigid dirigal tial meeting amlo motakle mo sada yel tira adirigal sorry murar soldao gidam denga se ording aria aurerel girel amot maklela airport trablu rablilio madirigal amot maklela tial porter gidang malal almo extenderingi momruringin mo o klol mo selor takam klol dial degal dil military ma private mang tautu trail sel on tri adram brigela to se na mo time el drula yel mo national port ma national airport mal se dal magal el girela joint use el se la ablura ambrigelo spell of course el medillir masko girtir but at the same time gid madrigal se adro spell girela ok ogot pel ma ogurule la geizar gid edik lutro kola di mom katakling sel meeting ergid rom gela Kurt Campbell sel da bora tonga elo ay sergid el girel sel lui el million el ngia mom skida blur amrigel degal partra compact moal cedro sen compact plus atara amle togor sera da negocio tra compact trial adram brigela se kida da bora yer rogul lo ur sel mua klungela da bela ablur belao em comparing ma klungela da bela ablura FSM em mar klo da bela FSM abelao amal gegare sel dungul mura ildo israrat em mal togar adar kiera FSM em mal makasar adar kiera ablur belao mesel logo si los perina adram brieta se con un sel klungela udo de ngul dividing a square mile con un sel klungela udo de dividir ai do israrat matadilur gider sel tamla se mal langalak laigel kemiam langalak aigel baby rablu tablo mulgora minister dice de al stober compacta di parte te adorunin de al stober gider baby range sule gorgom maktuli selen tel 20 million all hotel se gider commitment rase de al stoba additional nges wala merigid مثل المقتقر سل 20 مليون امرا المليسي را ريزيلينت سرجيد مليسي را ريزيلينت سرجيد من موديغ دا تريب نغوص غسي سل بريدلا ابلال سلجيد البانغري يجي دام ستيال تقرا بنشنا ابلال سل البانغري وال بس كده تي من تريب السيدرو تري اسبايل سيسل ودودات المطمق لا يل غط الغط مجيل ما قدوم مرال واسع ترى يل غط الغط مجيل هيلدر أدر بيلاو مغرا دول مول من لون غصون سايجيني يجد الطب دلودو من قدمنا بروبوزن مرة أدر سينات ما هاوس لو أسي سيل 3 مليون ملقيت مويتين يجري لا بنشن بدو تغان النقول مرة بلارا هاواي لسيل دمول مرة بلارا هاواي تيانغران رولي ngol ngosong sel gid ol to badringil girera au gurur sel ablur bela legi dam dese al bori ablar hawai el bol batogar adel el mora gurur hawai engos el ditada el sel bora gurur hawai el bora aigel gurur hawai ra tripler ese ditada lu gurul mun ngos ngasi sel dol to badrinira HCF tel insurance rigid mosel batogar adel mora gurul bebira agurul los peri تقرا امريكا والسبيريا هذا كورت كامبل متقادر امريكا سي كما سامل هيلب برميو البيلد ريزيلينس resilience ase Michael aning se seludu lutul se lomdoi se mutul se provider will service and morad edo no son sia ablal se albangaring ra future من كذا ممرار إلى الويكند المرابلور أمريكان ممس represent بايدن تبلو التوي هذا موت مملسي تيال تور تيال 20 مليون تريغ لغاني أتلا لا مينستر يدرا مينستر أودوي الموسعين يرسل ال FPSA سيل Federal Programs and Services Agreement دريغ الأدغارا UNGA دريغ الموسع ذل مسا President Biden الموسع ذل دريغ الساينر سيل Peace Corps Agreement لما جال مريض Peace Corps أدغار سين دريغ ال مريض تقلد الموضوع الجيل الأطقوع هيجل كده المساعد تيال BBNJ هذا الموتر اللي تيال بلو قدم له فرصة راتيفاي هذا الموتر اللي دوبا يال بلو سيم راتيفاي تيال BBNJ إذا رجال الموتر اللي يصير أوريرا ده الجيل unlocking Pacific Blue Prosperity إذا رجال المول اللي يصير أوريرا ده الجيل التقورة أو ده الجيل climate change so هذا موديبوس أنا next week دي هذا مال ديمون الموت المية دور المية دي مستبرة تايوان السيل الدلال سيل جروب الدرجة ملار بيلاو الانفستورز رابلورا تايوان خدوم دور يسين World Taiwanese Chamber of Commerce أموميت رقاوشون على تايوان ترير الأدرى يقال تقال overseas Taiwanese يقال بيك البلور بلور أموميت رابلورا تايوان Minister Lin, ma President Lai, am le invite rigidan mol di mo deliver agora di statement el entice investment ra Taiwanese el tirgal mlatop da Taiwan al moregal be invest ase bem invest ra blur belo mang minister tmutur and myself among al mo present invite investment re taisel del dul gorin mortir oy batoka igal nges ura stimulus mangarang am ding gira der continued partner em lisire ga agaizargit and we need Taiwanese investment travelur bela umgada dirigam bana sulish telte alle it will be here for Independence Day celebrations magidi the sula but we by open all gere la ger mangere mo the for updates right
Presidente, Minister Udui, Minister Yazalaw, Minister Batu, Minister Aitaro, Chief of Staff. Presidente, kadir ka kamlog imdi amra President Biden. So, of course, kasi mo pa tial diploma dir mo sa ingat tial FPSA agreement. Di selwa mitra Biden ang rakora mo all. Siya mo ka this year say dito.
de gumra lo setiamo mangwang walong edel time el demitra President Biden gumra lo sea sel el cloud to trail bodo dangalia ablur amrigela gumra lo se tenamo namo la swal lo se a Pacific especially gal balwath amar cloud to trail mor ablur amrigel من أيجل دول مول مل أدودو جد مر أدرام رجال واسه دول مول مل قاين سيو لكذا we're partners دول مول مل قاين سيو الذيلير هذا دول مود دورين واسه ديال ديل تورا security را بلورام رجال ديال جد مساعدة economic security را أبلومام من أيجل البرنامج تيال economic assistance package را غامباكت a demonstration or say the commitment rablu amrigel milisira sel economic resilience sergid din degal stober say of course temla gongel wasa temut miskida 20 million girala a pension e dire gamla gongel wasa Bodong tutir kadang mutel re-emphasize the importance of legal issues of climate change. Hospital malang arab lingil segid tokoy ratamla sender sel first del team المي دري البول مصادرة feasibility study hospital. دين دري الوال غاري قامين تنام رجال واسي تمول مسير جد راتور hospital outside رقم باكت. من كلو tutir لا دوما دورا أمريكا له emphasize sel واسي جدا خوش عليه. Agim desa ngani auspira port, ngani auspira airport. Aiga adolisi il klungya la aigora ablur amrigel ndi klungya la dire kan bergamam. Klungya ora osabaklela blumam edire kal smisi aiga izara blumam. Mang klo tutra dolmol lisi aiga kadire kal الصاد dire kal smisi sel to asen. We want US investment tra ablur bela. And tiang adol molmal loling tertira se lolisirim. So that's one of the things el sergi madunga ma Kurt Campbell tonga ngase maybe we can have some meetings from legal investment firms and ourselves help pertil en taisel tin mera blur bela. Taraige a sel DFC se mo se Development Finance Corporation se sel wal armram rigel girel wal garantia yagi del el shober am rigel sel labora ay krela blur am rigel. Ngare aurel melas melose سيروح بضاهي نقام من دقة مبترسل ليست ما ترى دولو ناسه ديم دمرقول نارسل ليست راسه هيجات ترى يجل بلول encourage US investment من ترى هيجل جيرادل الملمول من المليسي ريل تقولن دقة بيجوس قدام لا ما هي نقام نم دقة ويل investor بلور بلا جيرال الملمول ما يجل investment من قدوني ترتيل الأوبنر سجدل تعال you know we have big US companies رالسل بلور بلا United أتاني we want to encourage United to expand the mutual say get role tal seran mengele dan wise ra last year March kadulin tigase open a direct flight ra blue shabal mera blue belo we're still asking them look at other options gram help program expand ra tourism program diversify ra tourism program ela qadim stop sempre la flight tal mera Singapore I mean United should direct la mesel belo can it be a hub look ang alak raigel lorulo so Hawaiian Airlines, Alaska Airlines. We also want to invite them. Washington, FedEx. Let's bring a FedEx hub here. We have to build the infrastructure. We have to partner together. New York. The President Biden, Matimria, the Lutel, government investment, but also private sector investment.
Just to put so sel gid mo mitra bida Biden ang morning na New York and takal Washington DC.
Maray in New York. Of course Biden is there for the UNGA. Of course tigal bebira president sa bebira blang arsem it's a good opportunity to meet people. Dirigal dabong alsu ngaria gidriga arrange a schedule ni tara dirigal bodam singa of course Prime Minister Kishida. He'll be there in New York touch base ra bugira yelok كده مقال مقال ولا دين موريرا يجي دل دينجي دي قدمنا المتمرين أسول الجيرلا من الطباسي أوريون مران ميل جيرلا يجل 12 miles را بايبر على أسبستوس على سير بلورال الجيرل قط مجيل بس الفيشين بورت ما أدري غير تقرأ أوتك يا دول مول من المليسي and we hope to continue.
So le presidente so my question is about that $20 million. So because yung ako ta question say sel ludaw ng nakalo spare appropriation ng US Congress. One. Number 2 say nakakakurang sa musyo kalukadi ngwa confirmation na call. So sel $20 million al May Blue Bella Girl mo gut maklial ako ra initiative and this is what I heard maybe si Emil magal wase kada mo gut bela mo ulam kara ADB el gut maklial la el migrate from defined benefits el mara defined contribution and mo si el gut makli say gid kita mo si el to di sel udaw si Emil say something about that.
كده ديم ديل لو ترى قطم قطع البنغلاد a pension plan. It needs reform. Ding baby at time and bring a gita, make a reform, and opting a obrad and morara. Material 20 million hopefully help rigid reduce yourself opting la bring a reform that's required. Mang tial tokora reform ra pension, ma reform ra SS, ma reform ra tax code rigid. Ayam le part tial $100 million loan al dingilura a ADB emat moklo. Masel soal mesam rigel. Gido tirak la yel bla telbil el bladrul wase. Kadana reform ra tax masel la umrek. Di موت ريفورم را بنشون اللي قوم لقاميت الممروري التاجي دعني سوري بس كميل هلبر كميل قط مكلي تالتقي بلغت سالمو أبراد أبتين المرارات من سيجدا I mean that's the direction من yes grant المريد توالنقول مسكيد دي expect كده say we're gonna do those reforms and based on good faith ما understanding اللي remember علي أتيجين لا I mean, silver signing the agreement that President Toribio is binding. I say, Alsuma ADB, IMF, World Bank, Economic Advisory Group, Omega Economic Recommendations. Ede ka mo tirak. Imbay nga ngariat tele lablo ramregel el holder at tel aiger compact funding. Mang oy, kadunga 20 million because I think Amrila is not going to hold it back. Let me say ko dos pairing. Dito mo reminder gid was ali a commitment kami most importantly tigadi solo nga sor gid nga sor other belaw mong motirak laigel dilong wase ko mamangat mok kom dilu wase ko mamangat mok de ga dung ya rule ukt mem do change mo de bodo rule kada do tirak le tamde nga se e gawil gid other belaw
The one more question ra utam sakalik sa kailangan nga ra lilani. So minister I understand there was a EAG, economic advisory group, limited bailout. So, ever ko di daitay ka briefer kita on what was discussed or did they produce any statement after the meeting was done that you can share with us? Sulang.
Thank you, Campes. It's been a busy 2 weeks for us. The Ministry of Finance. Earlier, we had a visit from the consultants that were visiting to update the numbers and discuss the way forward for the pension plan. Callan Consulting is the firm that we have been working with for both the Social Security reform as well as the pension plan reform, assisted by some other economists. As you know, Callan Consulting is more of an actuary. They do consulting work for pensions and provident funds. We also are involving economists in the process of doing these reforms. So we were fortunate that there was an overlap with the consultants from the pension plan project. And by the way, we are expecting towards the end of the year to be able to have a draft of a proposal for Congress to consider. But they were also able to meet with our EAG team when they arrived. Of course, you remember I'm also part of the team. So the group met in Palau, as it has for the past 3 years. This visit specifically was significant because it was the first time that the EAG met under the new review agreement, under the 30th review agreement, which was approved by Congress of the United States in March of this year. So this was kind of technically their first visit under the new structure of the agreement. And that is slightly different from the previous agreement, which was written more to review progress on reforms. Now the group is focused on assisting Palau to develop economically and otherwise. So this was a lot of our discussion last week. We talked about with the consultants for the pension. They also met with pension plan officials. They met with our people from the ministry. They were able to meet with other ministers, such as Minister Orbalau. Fortunately, the education people were not available, but we are continuously communicating with the education sector This particular visit, we had a very good discussion with Dr. Tele from the college, and I mean, the general feedback that we're getting from the Economist, and this is shared in their second report. The third report will be shared sometime towards the end of the year to the new year in preparation for the annual consultation. But we did have discussions on the second report, which we also discussed with the Congress before they had left. So generally, the feedback is very positive. We are doing very well. They highlighted several areas that they are very positive about, including tax reform. And any reservations they would have are actually on making sure that Palau is being responsible in spending, you could say, a windfall of the money that we've been receiving both from the new compact agreement with the United States as well as our success with tax reform. They are seeing that the reform, which is not just for raising revenue, but also supporting those most in need because of the increased cost, mostly which is imported from outside. The inflation is mostly imported from outside. Palau has been able to make a difference in raising wages both for the government and for the private sector, which will appear a little bit later in the numbers, as well as provide the social support that we have been doing. And the numbers are very clear that these are helping people. And hopefully, if we do enough of these reforms, we can impact the change that we're hoping for, including bringing people back from Palau, making Palau a better place to be, increasing opportunity. So these were some of the comments that were being discussed in the meeting, and I think you will find those very clearly in the next report. So unfortunately, we didn't have a chance to meet with the media, but their visit was a bit tight. Some of them are traveling from very far away, and they're senior citizen people, so we can't push them too hard. But they were very excited by their visit and had a very positive feedback. We thought the arrangements this year were done very well, so they were able to get even more feedback from the community about what was happening. So I mean that was our impression, and once we are able to get some feedback for you, I'll make sure I share that with you. Thank you.
Can I just make one comment about Economic Advisory Group? قلت له مرة مرينا سولة لا أبلور أمريكا الجوني الفاندر تيال الجروب كذا أو مرة تقولوا we should use experts. كذا مرة نتقطع له Dr. Yoshina ده ضمني saying he's the number one Japanese economist at the time. إذا قلنا say of course Jamie Galbraith the chairman تيال الجروب غامرة ليسال economist of course أنا UT Austin أنا Lyndon Johnson School of I think economics and public administration. Basically they're volunteering for free. Meeting, I think we should also commend them. Help really transform it, changing a nation. And say قلت لونيل تقوي قرا تيما أو شير انقال جيمي غالبرايث of course هذا مرة جان كانت غالبرايث أمنا أول من قدر سير ضرورة constitution رجيد ما ده negotiate رقم بحث. And one of the things that John Galbraith recommended was a compact should have an inflation adjustment in it. And it so happens that 30 years later, and because we have this the Economic Advisory Group, in the end the compact they agreed to that principle. Every year mas $20 million to 20.4 million assistance maintenance ba amas because sa sige the principle. So close to trabo nga sa trial economista mail really they're here to help us, guide us. Ultimately, decision is ours. They're giving us valuable information that can help us guide us into the future.
Objective information.
Objective information. You know, adilungil bring up ringi. Ako meseng malklo misinformation al marahin. Especially sa dungura omsodela a PGST. It's a mal simple altoyen. Example Island Times ngula kang artiang Mr. Clay kamle printer igagi dele graph ang ngara newspaper I say
It's a paid for advertisement.
paid for ngwa there's nothing here that said it's paid.
No, it's an advertisement.
Oh, okay. Seldom missing around the legitimate news. Ilang maldinga first part say tax reform that shifts the burden of consumers and lots of business pay close to nothing. And you know, as a newspaper, if it doesn't say it's a paid for advertisement, and Ngora say, okay, this is maybe some legitimate government report. I mean, you look at it, it's propaganda. Misleading information. There's been numerous reports. A problem in a tax system before is big businesses never paid a business profit tax. They never paid it. It's a new tax. What they did pay before was a gross revenue tax and an import tax. Report was a PGST replaces gross revenue and import tax, which was a tax on the consumer. PGST is also a tax on the consumer. So, ngira al momkat taklil was a tablol kakarosel tukado sa as a newspaper. I think it's paid advertisement and who's advertising it. The other sound they also advertising. Advertise.
Yes. Well,
I mean,
it should have been there. That's
yeah. So who was the advertiser?
that's a paid for advertisement from the. Should I even say this? It's a paid advertisement from Ramang Saurong campaign.
Okay,
trails.
and that's fine. So that's what it should say. Maradam say, campaign propaganda. It's not based on any economic report or any data. It's just based.
Yeah, we should have put a
Yeah,
paid ad on the
okay.
bottom.
Yeah,
It's
okay. I think. Yeah, maybe a minister ang comment.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President, and thanks for bringing that up. You know, this particular article is misleading in many different ways. One, as the President just confirmed with you, is that this is an advertisement. It's not statistical data, although it may be derived from some reports that we have been giving to the public and to our leaders in Congress. Unfortunately, I don't have Director Ikeda with me today. He's in a meeting in Vanuatu with the Pacific tax administrators working on improving our services. But one of the things that I was hoping to do very soon, and it's taking us a little longer, is to go out publicly and start sharing information in a way that's more easily consumable by the public. So it's unfortunate that the discussion regarding tax reform is being done in this particular fashion because it's very one-sided, and it's misinforming the general public about what is the plan for fiscal reform, tax reform for the Republic, and why. So, you know, one of the key reform plans for tax reform has always been to improve the system of collecting taxes. In tax policy, you want to have the most efficient and effective way of collecting taxes. But when you have certain types of taxes that fit our economy, like the PGST or VAT system, you also have to recognize that certain people will be affected more than others. So there is a general good that is achieved by the tax on several different levels, but the impact needs to be considered. And those are what we have done that is not directly shown in the numbers. So the people who are most affected in Palau are supported very strongly, partly because we do have a strong tax system, and we do receive the tax refund, for instance, the additional support for those people making under 30,000, above 15,000, the child subsidy, the lifeline subsidy for electric bills, the water subsidy and the sewer subsidy, and the just general, if you are a residential user of utilities, you do receive the benefit from that. Those things, plus all the other services that people are demanding. You want to stop drugs. You want people to have better health care. You want people to get a better education. You want more scholarships. You know, these are all things that have to be funded by the government, and we cannot afford it, especially under our old tax system. Our new tax system shifts the burden, and it shifts it to those who were not paying before, and mostly those are foreign businesses. So, I mean, the information that is shared really ignores a lot of these truths that are facts, and we are getting information on now. In Director Ikeda's report to Senator Mengasao, he had submitted a request for specific information, especially with regards to larger businesses. You know, we wanted to express to him that these larger businesses are paying taxes for the first time. There was never a profits tax, meaning individuals were paying taxes on their income and businesses were not. Now we are. That is more fair. And the businesses who are paying, they all pay the same because it's a percentage of their income, not percentage of their gross. And it allows businesses to have a different cost structure to benefit, which is something we want. We want business sector to grow so that they can hire more people, and people have another opportunity to not just work for the government. And there are a lot of people out there, especially living abroad, that want to do that. You know, earlier we were talking about the press and how we could have more sports reporters. Well, yeah, if we have enough money to support the new industries like fintech and esports, then these will generate additional jobs in other sectors, such as the media. So I think it's important that you know, we are providing the necessary information in a way that's clear and not skewed to push a particular point that was presented from the beginning as the plan for tax reform. So you know, we will continue to put out the information and share it with the media, so you can put out a government release and not a paid advertisement. We're happy to pay for it, though.
And the other thing that LLCs, based on your article, it looks like an article in there. A Palau High School teacher decided to have a test, and it's called Taxing Citizens Test. And this is the heading of it. It says, tax reform that shifts the burden to consumers and lets big businesses pay less. This is a test this morning in Palau High School that a student took a picture of that has all the questions based on that paid advertisement. So that's why it's so important as reporters that you say it's a paid advertisement. Adi hindi sa mo takli kada kay nga sew because I think close to tila labado ni. Kada lang mo say sell graph from Lara Alcel Island Times. Imsula lo ay so say it's a paid for advertisement pa irang masaw campaign. Hindi elal tuta Palau High School ang ari sensel ngiluti al graph for me rule a test. El morana ka school say kadang bodo niya say ang taxing citizens test. Economics class ang anak al test o sea a tax reform lamal team lamal clor tax al harari al consumer se asyoba lamal gigre tax al harari. Ikita naman sa tiablo la kalto. Hindi missing in a newspaper. Unfortunately, ng sense, I am not more rely on newspaper, edi kalau ko tax office nga corrected information. So we have to, so kadakay nga sayo lang, I think that's, I think important for all of us. Sulang. Kaya maldir gamlay maulak. Ang ilang mga kapirti artist, mga mga nasa.
Madam President, it's a standard. It should be have been done at paid for advertisement. The questions regarding the lumrole malmora marigera el weekend. Last press conference was Vice President Tamoki versus UNGA remarks. Is that going to happen?
Simouriul.
Simouriul.
Nagsektor na New York, yung ukmon magibra. Hindi kami lamon mase again order scheduling. I wasn't planning on going. Mambral wise. Hindi because around tila President Biden matial ikadwase. Tial dalwil lagi da close to tell. Pero campaign mo mada lagi da mo rulangar aledum. Sula.
Solar cell information. The question ng Kamara Minister ngiray kumesra schedule kami next week and you guys are going to be oramal tight schedule kami ngani isel one event tara ang 29 you have 28 kaya silbela and so many other siya mal kwadin mo to ka explain ay kay mal to ka kwadin since ang mal kwa full schedule and how do people get to participate who are the people to go to in case there's any questions of these events.
So lale malungit to tar mar adrogoy event sergith the 30th anniversary rabulur belaw mungidrogoy celebrate ratanjo birgid ma actually tawlumu ursera Sunday sel 80th anniversary ra dablon ngira blilio siamle gora kick off agid events momu ragid le sel September 24 ma 26 mong Palau Leadership Softball Tournament. Segura tournament tolong regal executive branch maya tergal sa leader ya diplomatic corps. Edere gamla mo involve adra Chamber of Commerce, matigil kora NGO so sorin motmak. Kora kada mula sa malolda ka igal kakarus al adra blue. E kora mo niya igal softball tournament. Hagi de regal sel kuk sabadong ra September 28. Ang morning sel opening or sel Office of Pacific Ocean Commission. El lesorin merbela mo okora wal bali sa gid el office el momura el moklo ra Palau Pacific Resort. Sigid el Sunday sel okora wal all annual main events gid el ngani sel boat race. Di erang nila committee am lomes ngani kakaros al adan nel ngit mo memorable partner sa gid el celebration ra Sunday. Mga ra 5:30 a.m. ra ay side the morning sel cycling challenge se ngani longra ringia alia asano magilam el ngani other outside my local participants lomu reungela di ra ay side etablol race tergala amral qoram sisi abadingi ne kambes le tergato drairai emrai lo despadal momliwek rakoksai التلقيب المرال بدو لا يبوبان الموت المملو درنيرا ايون العديد اتشلقو كونيرو التيم اكو كتريق لو سوسيول توب درايراي امملي ويكل اول ذا ويل مورا اكو الاق الويد مورا ngurang امرغو الموت مملي ويكل كوكويو كل من مملو درنيرا دي دمن سيد الايفنت مو را يمكلو ماتيدوب ادريق غاني سيل داي ماركت سي مورا ايراي سايد لو مورا 8 am all day event الموبنجلا مي فدريغل سوري celebrate our World Food Day morming kakaros el gora display ra gora kal ma eungela didra sebona korosai dra 3 o'clock e diregal tiamral pakte leilani mesel guk trigel ngara miun sel gora betokol mgigerel ngal gerbelaw trigel nani telil mrashabal sera palm atali bomekal palm ترجع صوري المو display كي دل غورا sailing activities تير مونيا كي قرل racer سلم لي waiting house را غورو سايد تدريق الممرور سيجي دل مو را ايك لوغ ما تيدو المو تري ما تاكلوغ يمرغون يا ملمال تل سويل اتوك تيك اوفر ترجال سيل غورا مين ايفنت ترجال صوري المو ريس قال بغرور تل بيلاس اسي مورنيرا ملمال تل سويل يوبال مونغرا اي مكلوغ يمرغو سيل بول ماندي yung morning tal 31st masil belao conference se morning rabara mayong el focus tira ngara tokora health masil a plan ra abilung matregal maasa sel liker lagi dele amayong tal gora outdoor space a morning a minister of health minister of maif ma kamamra HRCTV morning kakaro sul booth le vision rabilong mong si edel sel dabo ko dora era boda sisbra al sel main plenary en gora si edel maray lo mesa kakaro sul tretele la health ma atretele la gal gora mle focus a educate gidel become more healthy مرغون ngomu la conference se gidel le eklo kala tutaw المول مقابسين بوريس الفورمال دينر ما قرا دسيل غاني نقل كشابال المي بيلون عمل انفايت رينجين مو بيرفورم ادري غانيا كلول جروب را تايوان بريزيدنت المي لاست تشيك ناموك ميدلانغار اوغول ملسول مو اوغويد الاف عامل مو بارتيسيبل سيلبريشن مار ادرانغلوي يقتني هذا الميت رينجل بس المينستر كونسل اوف انديجينس بيبل نقل مينستر بارو دا غوب نمري غاتيمل غابي اس الميل ملدينغر جيد ma direkal angania gora klo activity together Taiwan ding direkal angania gora nge so maswal mumrura a museum selame e direkal social timing direkal guk youth amle soril guk murura gora get together tir jam fest gora celebrated direkal mle artist over the years el direkal gora mo social time ngase gidel el sils every year aguk sel October 1st arogol festivities amora Capitol egadam la ngwa klol tenton ngul momergir sel belngela tial grounds ra Capitol el neul da swak mo gadam garange arogol activity concentrated ra el sol imol space mongir otrul mongir gora tokora bol mingitayang da ngani aklol committee trigel technical committee regal state government sel notmak gora tilbil pumongar tetelela arrangement ra alsel gidre gal mornya tela mal mitra governors matamle approve ge rogul goram le plans ma rogul events amor alsel say ndindagadil say ndilegal ngani tablol organization ren collective magidle Dave terge youth-led organizations el soril mo display agora art tir ma agora sunga magel agora all tet mungra agora impression tir tial 30 years diregal mornya essay contest el ornya Ministry of Education engel mo gatser segi del el event amomui ver segi del essay selguk ren collective gambesa tedregal tara youth led organization el soril mamrur agora gegrel el event tira el mora Capitol el mingid bra youth rogul mogora masao de gel gukra issues tir ma osingil girir talo derrak mong amle gora uldas vertial el OBF el Iraq ma Independence Day presidenta experience sel ergid el mlara a fespak ap mukadam garang ermul agora garus el events maside events mongklo agora osingera adrablu ya gotor klol partner ngi kadam le invited trigger rogul expert ra fielder tir monier adal sakta prayer mar malasa mar trigel basically trigel mar mangaus منترجل منا فيسبوك غدورا من الدوسك من مورنيا غورا غروس الأرياس الترايل غورا إنسباير أول يودر تيال أس لين قدبل أول مساعدة رجال تشور جيد من سؤال مول مهم ما كده ندي قدي دوساودا سبورتس كده ملاسم المهوليستيك أبروتش ما يجي رجول تلنك تيلا أشيوغان مقلي بيلا ورجيد adola semel display melar tirgel experts rogui ma altar ngal gal mral mengalak msaad al masak tapre raguk mo inspire de moswal gora amrusa gidal art malu bungu sunga marula itabori tai segida gora pact ngomura next week all the way mo October 1st ko gora maldi mo masang mang kumsulang
sulang minister the one last question mga president ngani gel kamne mention lo ase ngani gay del tokal support tra marigel el mera abelaw including ra other laal mo nga sora officer HE maybe some people from NCIS lakalwid kamne mention before lo ase ngani other FBI tirgat to provide that advice, expert advice, and mer other emergel wale sebla police malbuma lawyer. Aluwet actually to toro lobangela egal agency sergi dara adini specific.
So a lot of them are just consultants, advisors. اللي قام ده واسطة ده employer قبل من ترافلور بلاو. مولن ده سيل directly تمو involved. دي سيل help جدا ده سيل مرولا actually مول arrest را ما يجي ده سيل مرول. دين سيل help guide جدا and make sure we follow the processes and do it the most effective and best way possible. كذا ترى ملي هذا دورة إلي لما ترى military says there's some way ترجع somehow تم وال partira atimergit. How do we do that? Basically, you would have to government they would have to give us some kind of grant. You get a higher team more employee. The team usil fully mrula lagi the right now the employee more abalum. That's why they have to serve as an advisor or partner with the omes and then they can separate actually arrest malubutum mrula lagi the that would be outsiders yang ngarali. Hindi ka siin mo court, for example, yung araw tutak. But still help. Okay. Hindi ka bol prosecute guys. Sige da. So.
Last question ang kalagor kawe Minister Werbalaw. Hindi kam lomarek sel klol held Regional Health Conference ra abelawe lakalwi da taraklol adu amnar sia to era NCD insem lwadi meskita ora brief outcome ra kami ra meeting kami.
So lang ra malungil question like oy kada congratulate sel Pacific Basin Medical Association al tiram lo sabil host ra got in person meeting since the pandemic. So sel PBMA kakarusal balura igal USAPI for example lalrakal since nganing lanir belaw ang Belaw Medical Society am le hoster tirga umsindir toktang ma baby ra healthcare professionals sa gagidel 6 USAPIs oy awan ra klol agenda item tira NCD ma direct workforce tira through ra lens ra one health approach ato tingilo sa Giledal consider health at ma direct arm animal health ma environment so a process el polo giungi tamumru resolutions el recommendations tir le tirgaya mrut raurior tirgaya omes rasme de tiria omesa situation ra abekal sils ra relir ra igal kakarusel bulu matmok lagi gidal resolutions ku kolduro kol morsel PHOA sel Pacific Island Health Officers Association el niya ku health leadership regal 6 el USAPIs mosabil ku consider as national regional priorities mang excited al ku sitting president ra PHOA al mangilagay gidal resolutions lo mesel wasem magrado ng sertir igel uspe maigel el policy support el uspe ra tora NCD maigel restel nara agenda ti direct kung telte alok uay selwa segada lo sa pedal host ra angel regional director ra Western Pacific ra WHO Dr. Saya Mau Piukala hanggang kotel adara Pacific el ngutial drual el mongara ra tial region dangar ngil kuk Western Pacific selak al within 37 el belura Asia Pacific angara al sel el region igar rogul belura Pacific direct lul dimukra belura Shabal ma South Korea ma Sina ma Huriping ma Vietnam Cambodia patokol belura Southeast Asia lul dimukra Pacific angara segid el region lungra ringin gagid Dr. Piukala mangga mal impressed development tra belur belaw mlasa mal tour hospital direct mal impressed tra igal patokol bekpadeng la services available ra hospital git el mura mal gagdel population toguni togora MRI ma hyperbaric chamber ma direct togora hemodialysis although dengel waseng mal it's a costly service to offer el diakal bekkel belura Pacific angania hemodialysis direct kalmlonia te lam el mora malgoyok elementary school or eli el no observer cell school health screening man direct kalmal impressed ra segid el screening el dongut mok ringira igal bekkel school complete el comprehensive screening el ngara dental el mora psychosocial issues direct kalmal lo tmerungulo mesa wumra school o mese lo sabe el mese lo se ngungila agaliran ng school dia kalwang ramong leptoka processed foods ma arwa hotdog ma luncheon meat ma rangal ka di maral ba gaygid el policies el plan implement over the years el malasem brura ablungura school ng school mo o healthy mangge ngatiar el alwi ke momrera ongim lurior di so far mal nakamit ra kuk support ra WHO mera dagadil belaw but North Pacific region direct kalmle announce lo sel regional office sub-regional office ra WHO based ra FSM wal blal upgrade ngil mo WHO representative ang aringi mandia ka tutelel bo the through ra office ra Suval mal roid belaw in order to reach Manila. So it only makes sense el wasen se el dingani segid el more direct access el more a regional office ra Manila through a representative el ngara FSM direct el gora mal lomadang litial accessibility ra belal mora a huriping gora direct lomdas se hopefully in the future il consider abay muluk kursel el regional office el merablur belaw so gagida ko ra bebir dadak lurior lo bangger el alwik qadat merungud el nosbed el host ringil maldim lemle del ngo obis ya bela tara yel belura within the 37 member states el bel visit ra ringi maqdam ringa suilel gidel say hadi last el sual duli leya qadam ringa senguk lamonia problem ra ba hospital mansado ay sira adra belul wasing ngania mitigation plan el bladagat makli ma su mga rada mon yuying please expect a baby changes ra kuk tetelela selbo the yuying to kuni akal sela dola ba akal outside el may monia designated el basol tirgel kuk attendant rasmera moringi omungur kada malasem el kaynya seul al decrease sa igid el kuk tele la viable so is para building kada madangel se egal maral melbuil mo klo construction work ma ngarang ra hospital ma kada diolingit ra bekla adra se da tolmol mel kay ngesew leng agumda sa blur bela rogil ngania a rat problem ringin ding maral dakal gidel el clot problem no hospital ma kada diolingit ra adra blur se selemel ngania gidel changes sa doktorang al mungul eda kay ngesew gidel say
Sula ministra, nera mo visit. Edim la gudang ilo se la bora medical ward ngani tel haichul sel bon brega der amor al sel. Makingalak lak mulung ra bula gal mo kasi gal ba bal adri gal tmu la bula gal gal. Magurang so se model haicho. Mrugo sel bon brega der et mora ngodal basho. Le bebrata mesel simra baktor medri gal open mtiabo kung gal lo yang expector sen dabil to abia. I think we have so it's a really close to tell the helper other ablu se tia has to be a joint effort simra gira el simra agala da kalgirel di berberdid lagi all available masois mo margiradal. It should be a safe and sanitary place, and that starts by making sure aigal galal gido alabal masois of maigal there marogui are disposed properly dakal angara aigal all agal available me sula. Minister Uduy.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just want to update the media and the public. You know, Palau has always had a very strong reputation for fiscal discipline and responsible fiscal management. One of our challenges resulting from the impacts of COVID has been a delay in our audit reports. While we continue to provide regular reports on our finances and our implementation of our budgets, the grants that we receive, unfortunately, we were not able to get the external auditor hired and brought in and have them perform their work under contract. The update is that we have received a financial report from our auditor for FY21. We are awaiting the report on internal controls. That is the second part of the audit. We expect that this week, and we hope to be issuing the final report for FY21 very soon. Last week, I also signed the contract with the successful bidder, which turned out to be Ernst & Young. And they are contracted now to start on the audits from FY22 to FY24. So once we conclude FY21, the Treasury is ready to submit all the information for 22. We expect about 6 months for them to complete the audit for FY22, and then we give them the information for FY23 and so forth. So we expect by the end of next year to have caught up with our audits. We don't expect much in the way of question cost or modified opinion, but we do expect that there may be some internal control challenges related to the COVID money that came into Palau that's very well televised and reported in the media. So these are what our expectations are going forward, and the public should be reassured that we are continuing to report on a regular basis to the leadership on the execution of the budgets and implementation of grants. But this is very good news that we've been able to start getting our audit reports out starting this year. Thank you.
Umra Minister was igal audit report ngaramong they were able to be up to date. Maulang clock umra igal model blue lobangyat. Blura Brigel, Blura Taiwan. Sedrigal stop. So Clomer Tira Drigamul. To understand there was really 3 events that happened. Got Kadam let change a self financial management system read. Kadam Laram Util system a transformer munis. Ongeru COVID. Ongede sell auditing firm al Deloitte and Tusha Amlodiak Emlamria replacement Ernst & Young. I get the I get them understand there was a self auditor 2020 was delayed because of that. Auditor 2020 until 2023. The Ministry of Finance is trying to do everything and it'll catch up. Material aulang dega amrigla money requirement there was a 1 year after and get to the audit, but they're fully aware and they're fully on board. They're stop ang financial assistance sel multiraker sel financial report del top every quarter. It's always done ahead of time. It's internal documentary. I get a lot of financial statement. So, the other financial, even though auditors are amazed and they had issues because of COVID, I changed their auditing firm vessel system. The internal financial reports are on time, and we hope to have the audits done soon. So,
thank you, Mr. President, and just to say that. We are not just trying to get back to where we were. We're trying to move forward and improve our system so that our reporting will be even stronger. So we look forward to those improvements in the near future.
since the newspaper. The Khadi will be front page at the Amla discussion or debate, Mr. Osole. Former Palau President refutes claims of military base proposal in 2020. So, you know, I take them last year. Kapska kapir se level bled submit niya a present ram ngasal mora mlehen delivering in mo. Iti dat ko mera alsen makti uwi mo kom ko di mam nani kasi. We believe long-term U.S. defense partnership is in our future, and we believe that partnership will require long-term infrastructure investments. Okay, so we look toward investments in joint use port facilities and training grounds, and even in manageable basing opportunities like the former Angar Coast Guard Station. So, I'm not thinking about debate. I'm not milsaad tiyan statement. Milsaad base. It's not about. We should be truthful in what we say. Giral consistent. So, atim la so kalsero kasi kung plus ko opinion ni malok share opinion ma source. Tiya dire kamna Guardian. Plus yung nga lettering lim. Kasi let's just be clear on information. Everybody can share their side, so it's good as part of the media. Let's get all the facts and get both sides. So, so lang so on the question no.
Presidente, mali last question because ako mamaran mo ang brigada omeng daytag am akme dra October 1.
I see.
Awala po October 1 critical gire. Kata abulur belaw el anga mo katangara alsela o kati rakal tanjo birgit ra po to kurit sa kabelmentary git. Emplo all children sa kata nga to rablu kata wasya mang campus magatigirel ger tel journey git. Mela ko ger ka president lo asi. Sel ko kung reflect pa ka tel 2 years journey nga na ko sa ML mesa e subiti del girel.
Kumra lo ase gado got ngal tangat al se del li aqal blur al sils ya kumra lo ase tialom rolet is only getting stronger misra balwada lo ase potential ria is going to rely on us, the people or other belau المسيسي understand ra sel value rigid مقلوريول مقرا بالوا. So what I agumra lo ase sel journey rigid real al silsa قدم لا موتيل المرا بالوا وسنغرا value rigid قدم لا موضوع الوق help الملقيت تقرا بالوا الدقل دي التويرا outside الدقل التويرا our own responsibility. So, you know, I think, let's go back to the tax issue. One of the main reasons why you need tax reform, agiril momdu lo ase, apart the responsibility of nation building, I digmil mungat mokraba ablum or mageta grablum. Esel core tial le tax reform ase kida oblu rablu, arada oblu amera bluad matmilin. Di mararingia maradrango do blu amer bela umto ushoba rablu maradrango do blu amer bela mtkerti blu aureo ndi aigel gida collector tax ra gida el other bela matradrango do blu adegal enough lugut moklegel kat magil rablu wad. So part ra nation building agire del build our own resilience by having good infrastructure mdegal di rael ma dengi direct financial infrastructure. So tial transformation or it has taken a while. Digumra say whether we started with medical insurance, that's taking responsibility. Starting with tax reform, building investment, partnering with countries. Ngari ko sa kaya kadok na mo laptop kan ngaso ka de ko masay gan ngaso. Ay partnership. That's helping each other. Gida partner lo mgilam Brigel, gida partner lo mgilam Taiwan, gida partner lo mgilam Australia. Ayel tiro o meskid ultuir sel التقو بتسل دلويل الجيد الجيد أتماغ الغاية سيورا أسبق ليل مخلقنا التيال بلاد الدنغر السيل مثلا يقال البنغلية درا تقول climate changing security أيها داخل المطمق ما هو مرة لو ستيالهم الأولاد as a nation أمرا الممسيسي أوتي سيل كذا مار فورفاسا تريال اللول ميل كذا مار البلادغا أولو مرانيل تقول واسي كذا إلياق لتوبت سلبلو يجري ذلو با سل we should be in control of our destiny. Amal bringan ulu dah toram bringan betul bela, but kita dah obak klamat travel wad. Aku umrah wasi kita obak klamat travel wad, and you know, kada more proud than other bela 17,000 people. Engara international stage ak ne mentioning around ablur bela relang for the next 2 years, 25 and 26. Ambassador si damo chairman ra AOSIS. Aigel dorinan el magigare el blue egita chairman. Etia klolo tankl mera blur bela. Ngo otti sel journey gidro ase even ak damal gigare ndi ngari selomul ngari sel leadership roles other plenty as a small nation. Mangara yegidel toil mora whether standing up for deep sea mining or leading in oceans. Kita sell unlocking Blue Pacific Prosperity Plan bla paloncheri kadan le partner lo mga tonga ang whole Pacific el mo partners gidel 100% managed 30% protected example or sell kadagere el blue ndi kaduk mru la yel nia atterigid es edel play a role or al sel tial blue radel tikera al sel making a difference among ngira del agumra la bebera time kada kadigi del other belau minus sergi kadora ngwa level ergi den merio ngira del morisel pride do se kada other belau ayel color ergi del blue ma yellow we should be proud of those colors el agda minimize sel de level اللي يقل blue كذا اللي يقل blue el haga mamdas wase ahigel ngesu el me aruliden molesel iliakla no ay ba ismitsi el mut aruliden el momsisi من سيقدر continue to contribute to المبلغ لو جاء باك البدني لا تتعال من كقرا اسكنا المنور سبيتش انا وير independent دي بره قرام لمسك ايديا مقموم ده سنيل غير سلسل if anything, the omdasur sel banderang sel arorer dringir October 1st 1994. Mar adamral iwas ram dringir magida kadamral mo feeler sel mo maskas ala wed اللي قد proud al other bello. We should be proud al other bello. الياقل تقوبت سل بلور al sel ablulad. So sulang ra ungil gere gambes. Bereknut mo modelo dratigin al gere October 1st. Lastly, كده بدنا نسيطر بالضرورية celebrate التنجوبي ارتجال أكتوبر السلسلة تيرلا من غير تلون البوردير تيرلا من قطرولة happy birthday المورا كلافر فيليبرت غير special ed رأيموي دي رجل Maria Leah Stevenson, ngara Bureau of Public Safety. Maria Berry Raymond, ngara Bureau of Public Health. Maria Lisa Armot, ngara direct ngara Human Services, ngara MHHS. Ma Sheila Pedro, ngara direct nurse ngara MHHS. Ma Harlene Herman, ngara Fisheries, ngara AMAF. Happy birthday kami rogui, an merakor kami rogui, metriya rogul. تقوبت سلسلة تيرلا كده مال دي مرينا سولورا تال أخبار الواسع ميديا أو البرانش الغفرمنت مقدسوا على الموتيل تال الموت مرينا سولورا أقوم مراسين مال ميل ديبيت اللي نر ألم is candidates اللي يقون share lo kami, and we have to be accountable. And I think that's the mga sulela medial holding us accountable. So thank you. Adios el olmol mula mong kaltangat tara bek la other belaw mati albal other belaw ilong tiya yidra yaro ko oman misula.